Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And this is a hangover Monday. Let's get open for business here. This is hard. This is difficult. But this is nothing new. I wanted to put my support behind Jason Garrett because he's our coach. And whether you like him, hate him, or whatever else, he was going to be our coach for this season. There's nothing we could say or do about it and change that. All we could do was hope that maybe finally Jason Garrett would get it. He'd understand. He'd learn from his mistakes. But that's not going to happen. But I now understand the problem with our Dallas Cowboys. The fact that Jery Jones said today that he doesn't want to second guess, but you got to be aggressive there. You don't want to second guess. See, here's the thing. It's Jason Garrett's DNA. Just as this shows you right here. The difference between winning and losing is getting out of your comfort zone and taking a risk. The Rams took a risk by getting rid of Jeff Fisher, and taking a risk on a young guy. And his attitude is totally different. Shawn McVeigh on risking a fourth down call versus the Seahawks. We don't fear failure. We don't. We're going to play balls out. We're going to do everything possible and take a risk, take a chance. Jason Garrett, on the other hand, punting on fourth down, it was a long yard. Yeah. That's when you man up and you go for it. You got to say, we're not going to lose this game. Or if we lose, we're going to lose trying everything. And the thing is, Jery, with you saying that you're not going to second guess, you fired the only coach the Dallas Cowboys ever had in Tom Landry. Without hesitation, unceremoniously, a guy who was the Dallas Cowboys. Boom, just like that. After winning 2 Super Bowls, don't need Jimmy Johnson. Yet with Jason Garrett, I don't know what it is, but you can't seem to do that, and you won't even second guess him. See, here's what I look at. Listen, there's all kinds of problems on the offense. Our defense is playing better, and you hate to lose a game when your defense did everything it could to get in there. They finally got an interception. That end of the half where Jeff Heath stopped him on the 2-yard line, and then the Jalen Smith tackle, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Your defense kept it in, because had they scored there, the game's over in the first half. See, here's where I look at it and say we just are not creative like a McVeigh. McVeigh's going to try everything. A McVeigh came in with a quarterback who was deemed a bust, that a Super Bowl teamed coach, a guy who went to the Super Bowl with McNair, couldn't do anything with. Yet now you look at Jared Goff, and he's one of the best quarterbacks right now in the NFL and one of the 2 teams that are undefeated. Yet we believe with Jason Garrett, we're good. We're going to get it this time. But we've been here for 10 years with Jason Garrett. What bugs me more than anything else is the way we do things, the Jason Garrett kind of guys that has not won a thing, Jery. even if we take out punting, let's think about the play before. Jerry, you second guess the play calling before that play because we just did what we always do. We're just going to run it straight ahead in the middle with Zeke. There's no creativity. And when I look at the Jason Garrett era, you want to see improvement. You want to see that the team is going in the right direction, but I can't say that we're anything different than where we have been with this team. And you're not second guessing it. Because, see, it was Scott Linehan who Jason Garrett believes in, says he's the right guy. It was him who said, no, we're good. We'll just put some guys out for wide receivers and we'll be okay. It's Scott Linehan bringing in a Kellen Moore when you have a young quarterback who's impressionable, who needs work. It's their offense that's making the play calling. Your defense right now, hey, they're 6th in scoring defense. You look at the teams that are ahead of them, they have a combined 14-7 record. We're wasting a defense right now. And unless you shake things up, you try and make some changes, we're going to be right where we are. I ask you guys, in the time that we've had Jason Garrett, because you can go through and you can look at a Sean Payton and saying, you know what, kicking an onside kick in the Super Bowl, that's balls. That truly is the reason why you won that game. I can't, in the Jason Garrett era, find a single game where you can point your finger and say, that was Jason Garrett who won that game for us. Not one. And I challenge you guys to find one time that he has. I can point to games that I can say we lost because of him. I look at that third down run where we just ran straight ahead, where maybe with Austin in there, I know he did have the one tip pass, but with Austin in there, it seems like good things usually have been happening when he's been playing. Fake the dive. Have Dak Prescott run around the end. He's 6'3", 240 pounds, and built like a linebacker to try and get that first down on third down. Or fake the dive to Zeke, flip it back to Austin. Do something other than the same predictable offense. Yes, we had tip plays by receivers that hurt. Yes, Clowney ended up beating Tyron Smith. Yes. Zeke Elliott was hurt and not running. But you had opportunities still to win a game. And that's the difference between a Shawn McVeigh and a Jason Garrett. He'll help get wins as opposed to letting them get away. I look back, we're talking about Jason Garrett who iced his own kicker. We're talking about Jason Garrett who was up 26-3 against the Green Bay Packers in the second half, yet passed the ball more than Green Bay and lost the game. Not to Aaron Rodgers, the bad man, mind you, to Matt Flynn. I've seen the Cowboys up twice by 21 in the second half against Lions and turn around and keep passing and lose it. I've seen us on 4th down and 1 with the best running back that year in football, DeMarco Murray, and going for it all to Dez Bryant for a catch, no catch. When there was clock time on the clock where running and getting the first down would have been the prudent move. I've seen our Cowboys against the Eagles when a win gets you into the playoffs, 4th down, and John Kitna comes in. I believe it was John Kitna. And throws the ball on 4th down, cold, incomplete, no playoffs. When you had DeMarco Murray and a rush would have done. I can point my finger in game after game where I can say coaching lost that. But I can't find a reason why we've won ones because of them. Yes, we're doing it Jason Garrett's way, but what has it ever done for us? In the same sense, these are the guys that said, get rid of Dez Bryant. Well, I got to tell you, we're still having tip balls. We're still having drop balls. We're not scoring points. So what does it hurt having Des Bryant back? I'll admit, I thought that Dak's ability to pass it around to different guys without the distraction of the me would be the answer. I was wrong. I'll admit it. And that's where you, Jery, need to admit that this experiment of Jason Garrett is wrong. It's a mistake. And it's time to be second-guessed. It's time to let Scott Linehan and Jason Garrett go and head in another direction. In the time that Jason Garrett has been the head coach of this team, there's been 9 coaches since 2010 that have been with the same team. 7 of them have at least been to a Super Bowl. Some of them have been and won multiple ones. The only other one who hasn't been to a Super Bowl since 2010 with the same team is Marvin Lewis. Yeah, that's it. That's the list. Jery, you've got the most loyal fan base that's out there. We've hung with you since the 90s, buying, showing up, reaping. I wake up in the morning thinking about the Cowboys. All day long, I think about the Cowboys. I go to bed thinking about the Cowboys. I'm here right now talking about the Cowboys. But if you do not get a coach in here who gets somebody who knows what they're doing with quarterback, and you can go through, keep Jason Garrett and draft another quarterback next year, but you're going to have the same results. They can't develop people. They don't have the winning formula. Sure, we can be right around mediocre like we've been in the Jason Garrett area. 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 12-4, 4-12, 13-3, 9-7, and probably back to 8-8. He's not the guy to get us to the Super Bowl. And you have to come to the realization that it's time to start second-guessing your loyalty to Jason Garrett. And this is a plea. I know I'm just Joe the fan. I ain't a millionaire. I don't own stock in the Cowboys, but a fan that is there with you every step of the way. I'm tired, Jery. I'm so tired of seeing us lose gut-wrenching games like that and seeing us stuck on stupid with trying to make this square peg fit in this round hole, and it's not going to. We'll probably start live streaming tonight at 8:30 because the Redskins are on. It's a game that definitely has a bearing on what we're doing and hope to do. And there'll be a lot of frustration that I know you guys will want to air. We may even take some more calls tonight. This is depressing. And I don't like to be depressed because any morning that I wake up and can get out of bed is a good day. But until we finally turn the page on Jason Garrett, we just got to get used to what we've been used to for the last 8 years. I'm Mark Holmes. Enjoy your Columbus Day, and I'll see you here tonight.